rated R promo, I would say. I was kind of surprised at the word. I was trying to be as PG as possible, but Jungle Boy was anything
He's
but
not
PG on this
Jungle Boy
promo.
anymore. He's Jungle Man.
No, he is Jungle P-word man. But so he was really cutting deep, as he should, because Christian Cage held nothing back in the past few weeks, what he was doing to him and saying to him and everything about that. And so I think Jungle Boy is finally getting more and more reps. I hope Christian Cage was kind of coaching him, and that was one of, I guess, a chink in his armor that some people said was his promo skills, and I think he kind of silenced that pretty quick last night. But the thing I noticed most was Luchasaurus was not staring at the camera. He was pretty much staring a hole through Jungle Boy. I don't think this is over. And I'm a huge Luchasaurus fan. I've said it before, and I'll say it again. If I could be a wrestler and have the skill set, it'd be a Luchasaurus, because he can flip, he can kick, he's got the power, and he's a beast. And I love all that, kind of like Brian Cage's skill set. He's not just a big man. He can do some stuff he shouldn't be able to do as a big man, such as the flips and kicks. But I noticed him staring at him the whole time. And when Luchasaurus turned heel, I absolutely loved it. And so I don't think that's over. And I hope it's not over. What do you think?
I agree 1,000%. Your words were right out of my mouth there. Luchasaurus turning heel, right? See, up until that point, Luchasaurus was kind of like, oh, he's great. But he was still kind of one of those gimmicky kind of wrestlers. He was tremendous. But when he turned heel and he had that new, darker music,
loved it.
He reminded me of like early 2000s Kane. Like he almost kind of came across as like, okay, now here comes dark Luchasaurus, and he's this unstoppable monster, and you can do so much with that. And I actually really enjoyed the dynamic of Christian with Luchasaurus. Like here's Christian, this incredible crap talker, and he's got on a leash, he's got this killer dinosaur. And I noticed the same thing too. And I'm glad you saw it as well, because Luchasaurus, he wasn't standing behind him like, here's my buddy. He was kind of looking at him like he was a piece of meat.
Yeah.
And I have a feeling with this story's not over. And Christian, I think we're going to see, there's a strong possibility Luchasaurus is still in cahoots with Christian. And I'd love to see it.
If he's not, and does go back to with Jungle Boy, which is cool too. I love that dynamic. It's fun, and they're the tag champs and all that. So Christian Cage could recruit a brother from another mother, Brian Cage, and so it'd be the Cage brothers versus Jungle Boy and Luchasaurus. I know that would be kind of cool to have that, the Cage and Cage, but I don't know what's going to happen with this. I really loved the side of Luchasaurus heel, the dark side. It was much needed, and I think it would benefit him a lot. He does need what?
2 cages, no waiting.
Yeah, there you go.
We're working pro. We got to come up with a better name, but I think that'd be interesting. That'd be cool.
But it would be. And then you have Brian Cage versus Luchasaurus, Beast versus Beast would be pretty interesting. I mean, I do miss Brian Cage. I mean, did watch his match. I mean, that guy is pretty incredible in the ring. And I hope we do see him on AEW television once again in the right timing. It's been a while. It's been a little bit too long.
I do think, though, that Tony's got ROH plans with him, though.
Okay.
Like he's part of the,
if he could lead the charge
formally, it's no longer the Tully Blanchard Enterprises. It's now, I guess, Prince Nana is running things with that crew. But I think that's, I feel like if you're going to build and I think that's good for Brian Cage. Things didn't pop for him as much in AEW, and I feel like this is a great spot for him to be a big fish in a slightly smaller pond. I mean, he's a tremendous athlete, he's tremendously talented, and it's nobody's fault. I don't think it was anybody's fault, because on paper, his whole storyline with Taz and with Darby and with Team Taz, on paper it looked good. I just, for some reason, it didn't click, and that happens. Sometimes the chemistry's not there. I feel like with this new crew, I feel like the chemistry's there. I feel like the John Gresham drama is kind of a work, and I think that we're going to see him again, and I think there's going to be more to that whole stable. I'd like to think that, but I wish him the best, but I do think if Luchasaurus stays with Jungle Man, it is going to be interesting to see who Christian Cage could bring to match monster for monster I mean, is an existing AEW talent, somebody new? I mean, who's out there that Christian could bring in?
The only other monsters that are kind of flying solo that are in AEW that would, I mean, Lance Archer is kind of in limbo, but I mean, I could see it, but I don't know. But it's tough to say.